asked whether or not they felt any pressure Thursday's draft.
We have to have a running back at all. I think Dunbar coming in, and it doesn't mean at all. Of course, I don't think you're implying that we'd have to go over that.
I think he was worthy in the top 10 for sure. Where we ultimately end up with him, obviously a very quality top player.
Speaking of quality players, and for more on the Cowboys, let's welcome in our own Randy Moss, who joins us live from Irving, Texas. Now, Randy, could Joey Bosa's on-the-field issues cause the boys to pass on him when draft time rolls around?
Well, character is a big issue here right now with the Cowboys. They have a couple players looking at suspensions. Joey Bosa was suspended for the first game of 2015 at Ohio State for some unspecified violation of university rules, but Jerry Jones said it flatly yesterday. Character would not be a factor in whether we draft him or not. They did their customary background checks. They met with Bosa not just at the Combine, but twice in Columbus, spent time with him here at Valley Ranch. Jason Garrett said that all good players he's been around have a combination of talent, personal character, and football character, and apparently the Cowboys believe that Joey Bosa qualifies on all three counts.
Now, Randy, we made light of the fact that Father Time just recently acquiring an apartment in the Dallas area. Tony Romo, he's not getting any younger, so what do you say? Are the Cowboys still looking to find a quarterback in the future?
Well, and Romo will be 36 this season, but Jerry Jones flatly believes that he has several more productive years left. So yesterday when Jones was asked if it's a high priority for the Cowboys to take a quarterback in this draft, he said this year it is not a high priority. First of all, they wouldn't want a quarterback to have to sit behind Romo for the length of his entire rookie contract and not even get a chance to be evaluated. They also, if they take any player, of course, that number 4 that they take, they want to make an immediate impact because the Cowboys feel they're in the business of winning right now. Now, I want to be very specific. That doesn't rule out the possibility that the Cowboys will take a quarterback at some point in the later rounds if the right opportunity presents itself, and maybe even to upgrade their backup quarterback position. But Jerry Jones said he does not believe this year the Cowboys have a need to draft a quarterback.
Randy Moss, good stuff as always with the very latest on those Dallas Cowboys. Enjoy your day, sir.
All right, Cole, some news in the NFL. Tom Brady's 4-game suspension connected to deflated footballs used in the AFC Championship game there in January 2015 was reinstated Monday by the U.S. Second Court of Appeals. Brady's suspension nullified by U.S. District Judge Richard Berman back in September, but now the Patriots must plan to be without him until Week 5. Our legal analyst, Gabe Feldman, saying the chances of Brady being granted another appeal, much less winning it, are rather slim. The other big QB news from Monday, Sam Bradford wanting out of Philadelphia. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reporting Bradford will skip the rest of the Eagles' offseason training in an effort to get traded. That request, quote, blindsided the Eagles, according to Ian Rappaport. So how does this all impact fantasy football? Of course, it only makes sense to have senior fantasy analyst Michael Fabiano drop by and break down all the very latest news. And there certainly has been a lot, especially in the last 24 hours. So let's start with Brady. Fabs, good morning to you, by the way. He will most likely be missing 4 games. How does this impact fantasy?
Look, was it Yogi Berra that said it's deja vu all over again? I feel like we had this conversation maybe a year ago.
We might have, yeah.
And really, my thoughts haven't changed with Tom Brady. He's still a guy that I would draft, without question. Now, you're not going to have to draft him in the 5th or 6th round. Now you can probably get him in the 8th, 9th, or 10th round. I still have him in my top 10 quarterbacks for 2016. Keep in mind, the position is so deep that, honestly, you can survive 4 weeks without Tom Brady, and then you get him back, and I think he's going to have a little bit of a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, we saw that last year. Yeah, all right, so what does this mean for his backup, Jimmy Garoppolo, if he is going to play those 4 games? When would you draft him?
I would draft him in a fantasy league. I think he's more of a DFS option, maybe a guy who you can pick up if the matchup is right, but you're going to start him in Arizona week 1? I certainly will not. The Dolphins, maybe, decent matchup. The Texans, no. The Bills, maybe. Garoppolo's a guy that, again, the position's really deep. So, can he help you in a pinch? Maybe. Is he a daily fantasy option? Potentially. But he's not someone I'm going to be looking to draft.
You don't love that he's thrown a total of 31 passes in the NFL?
That
doesn't bother you? Oh, okay. How does that...
I don't think anything is
Probably not.
I mean, he's still going to be the #1 tight end in fantasy football, a guy who will be drafted in the first round, and I don't think people will wait to pick him until the second round. He's just too good, a guy who's had, 23 touchdowds over his last 2 years.
Touchdowns.
And he has been unbelievable. As for Edelman, I'm a little bit more worried about the fact that he's been injured the last couple of years.
Okay.
He's still on the wide receiver 2 radar, maybe a little bit more value in PPR leagues. Will his value take a little bit of a hit? Maybe, with Brady out, but Garoppolo's got to throw the ball to somebody.
So yes on Gronk, maybe-ish on Edelman.
Yeah, I'm still drafting Edelman, especially if he falls a little bit. Then I'll take him all day long.
I like it.
Yeah.
How about Philly? Let's switch gears. Sam Bradford potentially getting traded, or at least he wants to. What does the impact have on Jordan Matthews and, of course, the tight end there, Zach Ertz?
Yeah, well, then the quarterback position is a little bit of a question mark, right? Chase Daniel knows the offense, right? Because he spent time in Kansas City with Doug Peterson. Is he a draftable asset in fantasy? Again, I think he's more of a guy who's a DFS option, or maybe a player that you use when the matchup is correct.
Okay.
But I think this is now, if Bradford is no longer in the mix, it's more of a competition, right, between the rookie, we expect it to be Carson Wentz, and Chase Daniel. Jordan Matthews, maybe his value takes a little bit of a hit, but it took a hit after last year because he didn't meet expectations.
Yeah. Well, you just mentioned Chase Daniel. Do you even consider drafting Chase Daniel if he starts, or perhaps the rookie?
I mean, again, the quarterback position is loaded. Even with Tom Brady being suspended for 4 games, even without Peyton Manning. So he wouldn't be someone that I would draft. He would fall into the Garoppolo mix. As I said, DFS, matchup basis starter. The running game should see a very nice uptick as well, though, because Peterson loves to run the football, and if they don't have a guy like a little bit more often, at least he's the #1 running back there right now.
Okay, and the draft pick, I mean, what would you say, 1 or 2? Who do you feel more confident them going with?
I think they're going with Wentz because I think Goff is going to the Los Angeles Rams. Wentz is a guy who probably has a little more fantasy upside than the cap product because he can run with the football.
So you like that better?
I do. Goff rushed for negative 114 yards in college. And if you look at the rookie quarterbacks over the last 10 years who have done very well, it's been guys like Cam Newton, Robert Griffin III, Vince Young, who do what? Run with the football.
You like that? All right, Fabs, thank you very much for breaking down all the fantasy impact on the latest news in the NFL, which has been a lot. And you're going to like this, Kansas City fans. Tomorrow, HQ, be sure to tune in. We're talking live with the Chiefs head coach, Andy Reid. What are their draft plans? We're asking him that very question tomorrow. Make sure to check it out. All right, coming up on HQ, will Peyton Manning finish first in our list of the top 10 #1 picks of all time? Find out. We're answering that next. This is HQ. We'll be right back.
The future has arrived. The 2016 NFL Draft. Interview live from the red carpet. Hosted by Mike Vernon and Melissa Starr.
What does it mean to find
More stars who are love football in more moments.
We have to talk about this out there.
And all the access.
Live from the Windy City in Chicago.
Before destiny falls, the next NFL generation walks the red carpet. Live from the City on the NFL Network. Yes. I know, such a shame about it. I'm glad you're doing this for me.
I just wish we could do more. She's got a lot on her plate now between his hospital expenses and his funeral bills. She also lost his pension when he died.
I've been thinking the same thing. You know, sooner or later, one of us will be in the good safe position. And I think we need to protect ourselves with life insurance.
Yeah, but at our age, and with your health, we don't have that kind of extra money. If we were going to get life insurance, we should have done it years ago.
Well, it's not too late. I looked into it. Mass Mutual has a policy designed to cover the things we need. And it starts at $10 a month.
But okay, so they can afford it. But what about your health?
You can't be turned down for health reasons. It's called Guaranteed Acceptance Life Insurance. What do you think?
I think it's something we need to do.
Now, if you're age 50 to 75, it's easy to get reliable coverage at an affordable price. Call Mass Mutual today for Guaranteed Acceptance Life Insurance. With no medical questions or exams, you cannot be turned down. With one phone call, you can get coverage ranging from $2,000 to $25,000, and premiums can start at less than $10 per month. Guaranteed Acceptance Life Insurance can help your loved ones cover expenses such as funeral costs, baby medical expenses, and credit card bills. You can choose from several convenient payment product options, and benefits are paid quickly and directly to your beneficiaries. They can use it for any expense they choose. For more than 160 years, our policy numbers have mattered the most to us. Mass Mutual's ratings are among the highest of any company in any industry. You can feel confident we can help you protect the people who matter most to you with guaranteed acceptance life insurance.
Call us today at 1-800-660-9764. That's 1-800-660-9764. 1-800-660-9764.
I wanted this 55-inch TV for less than...
You can save up to 99%. But hurry, everything must go. Visit DealDash.com and start bidding today.